What's up, everyone? Take advantage of the situation that you're in. There's 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 really no excuses here. Wherever you're at in life, whatever your circumstances are, you can transform them. You can use them to your advantage to improve your life and the lives of others and the lives of those around you. All that matters is how you're dealing with it within, how you're facing it. Are you facing it? Are you facing reality? Are you willing to do what it takes to thrive and to be that vital, expansive human being? Are you willing to do that? I meet too many people that are seeking comfort, and little do they know, or they're not only seeking comfort, but they're just fine in that comfort zone, in just, oh, I got plenty of food, I got this, I got that, whatever it is, or it doesn't matter. There's different comfort is completely relative. So people are just comfortable wherever they're at, comfortable in their suffering, comfortable in their agony, comfortable in their lavish lifestyles, whatever it is. And they don't know that there's no growth. No growth occurs in comfort. No growth occurs staying in your comfort zone. We have to get out of our comfort zone. We have to be able to face that tension, to be able to face that tension and use the friction to our advantage and transmute it, to be able to and apply it to our lives, use it, channel it, and grow as a result, and continue to grow, not stagnate. As long as we're stagnating, what are we doing? We're not here to stagnate. Life isn't stagnant. Life is ever flowing, ever moving. It's always in flux. It's always vibrating and moving towards equilibrium. It's moving towards a state of balance. And are you in a state of balance? Are you working towards that in your life? Are you doing everything you can to establish and maintain that equilibrium state in your life? Are you living in that way? Or are you on your way to live that way? Are you doing all that it takes? We have to realize that the creative potential, our creative essence, our minds are so powerful. They are so powerful when we put our will and our emotional energy, our feelings into the mind, and when we inject a thought with full vitality and life force, we can make anything happen. We can make anything happen. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for somebody to take the lead, take charge. We're waiting for somebody to cure us of all of our ailments, teach us how to meditate, teach us how to do whatever it is that we think we want to do. The ideal that we have, the concept that we have about how we should be, the concept that we have, the image in our minds that we have of how we should look, or how we should be able to talk, or how should we, or are we able, or can we just face ourselves for what we are right now? Because that's where the transformation takes place. When we face ourselves exactly how we are right now in this moment. If you're small-minded, you face that small-mindedness and you allow yourself to be small-minded. And that's where the growth takes place. That's where you start to become open-minded. You start to grow mentally. You start to grow psychologically. If you think of yourself as weak, and if you're weak, if you're frail, whatever it is, you're trying to chase this idea of strength, this idea of courage, this idea of whatever it is, you're missing the point. You're missing it. The weakness and the frailty is happening right now. We have to be able to face that. We have to be able to live with that. Completely, no separation, not allowing our minds to separate us and reality. Because what is needs to be completely faced and felt and experienced if we are to surpass it, if we are to grow, if we are to reach that next level in consciousness and awareness and everything else that we think that we want, or that we say that we want in life. More connection, more compassion, love, freedom, whatever it is, these high ideals, they're all they are. They're ideals. Are we willing to do what it takes to achieve that in our life? Are we willing to do what it takes to actually face the dynamics that we have to face to be able to rise to those levels? Or are we just going to sit back and watch videos and sit on our phones and work our slave jobs every single day and just wait for the opportunity. Well, there is no opportunity. It's not going to just come knocking at the door, like Greg Plitt said. Opportunities don't come knocking on the door. They present themselves when you break the fucking door down, when you kick the door down. And that's what it is. And that's the mindset that we have to get into. We have to reignite that passion within us. What's your passion? What are you passionate about? What inspires you? What inspires you? Who are your role models? Who are the individuals that you see as strong and steadfast and courageous, who are braving the wilderness of life, who are going at it as individuals, strong, individuated? You want to be like that? Well, it takes action in your own life. Be yourself. You don't be like anybody else. Be yourself and harness your own gifts and harness your own potential and rise up to that level. You got to take the action in your life to be able to do that. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to do it for us. And that's this completely unconscious belief that we've been latching onto for so long, this savior complex, that other people are going to save us and pull us out of our misery and pull us out of our current situation. And it's just not going to happen. Never, ever, ever. We have to be able to face our current situation and transform it. Transform it. And it starts here. And then it starts here in the heart. And then it starts in the heart. Then it goes to the heart. And then it goes to the guts. And we have to unite those three and then take action in our lives and make it happen. We have to see the lessons that we are putting ourselves through. We have to see the manifestations that we have been manifesting for ourselves and creating for ourselves. We have to allow ourselves to grow through them and say, I'm taking full responsibility for this situation. I take full responsibility that I let myself go, and now I'm fat, just sitting on the couch all day watching YouTube videos or just reading books all day, and I'm not doing anything with the knowledge that I'm acquiring. I'm not doing anything with all the information that I'm absorbing intellectually. I'm not doing anything with it. Well, it's time to do something with it. It's time to actually apply that knowledge to your life, take action, and then live it. And then share it with other people and face the fear and face the worry and face the doubt and face the insecurity and face the shadow aspects of ourselves and face it all and dive into our unconscious, purge out the things that don't belong, the dynamics that aren't serving us anymore, and then reprogram our minds with good programs, getting good habits, healthy habits. We have to start these things. We have to start these things if we are to thrive in our lives and to be a true lighthouse. A true lighthouse, a beacon, a pillar of light. If we want to see things transform on the outside, and we say we want freedom, we want freedom, we want external environmental freedom. What the hell does that mean? Freedom starts inside. There's no freedom out here. Freedom starts within. It's the psychological freedom that you're after. We have to free ourselves psychologically. And then external freedom is a natural derivative of a humanity that is free internally. So the question is, are you going to do what it takes to achieve that? Are you going to do what it takes and power through and walk through the mud and climb the mountain and hack through the jungle of life? Hack through the jungle of your inner world. Alone, scared, afraid? Are you willing to face those emotions and rise? And no one's going to stop you. That's the mindset. No dark occult, no fucking Satanists. I laugh in their face. They're not going to stop you. There's nothing that can stop you. We have to understand that there's more at stake here than our petty little superficialities. There's more happening here. Are you willing to take that responsibility in your life to be able to grab that sword and cut through and cut away for yourself? Or are you just going to sit back and just watch? Are you just going to sit back and watch and just be a pawn? Are you going to be a player or are you going to be a pawn? Are you going to let life live you? Or are you going to live life? Because if you're letting life live you, And I know there's a positive connotation that I understand. But the way I'm saying it is, if you're going to let other people live through you because you're not willing to take action in your life to be able to take responsibility for yourself and understand that you're a sovereign being, then you're under mind control. Your mind is controlled by external forces that you are willingly giving your energy up to, and they are controlling your life. And the clever thing about it is we actually think that our thoughts are ours, and we think that our actions are ours, and we think that we chose the jobs that we chose, and we think that all these things. No, for the most part, no. Because we haven't done that work to go into our psychology and go into our minds and face reality. The reality is I have these programs. The reality is I feel these emotions. The reality is this is what's right in front of me right now. It's not conceptual. It's not an ideology. There's no mystic thing out there. It's going to come and save you. There's no knowledge that's going to save you. The knowledge that we read in books, the knowledge that we are watching in videos and absorbing through all these various means, we have to take in and apply instantaneously to gauge the veracity instantly. And it's either lived or thrown away because it's not of use. It's not of use for the individual who loves, who keeps a fresh and vital and open mind in every single moment, that doesn't dull the mind out with ideas and concepts and toxic ideologies, just ideologies in general, flooded by words and vocabulary and all these different things. Can't see reality anymore because all you're doing is focus on words. No one's living life. No one's actually living in general. Just living. So are we willing to go all the way? Are we willing to get off our asses and start exercising and start meditating and start doing these basic fundamental things? These fundamental things that we need to be doing in our lives, especially right now. We're willing to incorporate disciplines, true disciplines in our lives. Meditation, exercise, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our physiology. It's so important. People neglect the shit out of it. It's so important. Health is wealth. Invest in your health. You wonder why you have brain fog. You wonder why you have to drink 10 cups of coffee a day. You wonder why you constantly are seeking some escape. Because you're not comfortable in your skin. Because you're probably not eating correctly. You're probably not eating the foods and drinking the liquids that your body actually needs. Because your mind's so conditioned to eat and drink a certain way. You're so flooded by stimuli and your receptors are all fried. They're not fresh and alive because we don't take care of ourselves. All this is so important. These basic fundamentals. Taking in knowledge, applying the knowledge, not just taking in. Because that leads to, what does it lead to? Implosion, depression, anxiety because I'm not doing enough, worry, shame, guilt, because the world seems to be burning and the people around me, there's people in my environment that need to hear my message. There's people out there across the world that need to hear what I have to say. And I'm not saying anything because I'm locked in fear, exactly where the system wants me. I'm locked in this prison mindset of lack. I don't know enough. My message isn't perfect. I don't know everything across the board. And as long as we're waiting for that perfect moment, it never comes. And we end up in the grave and probably right back here to try again until we actually fulfill our purpose and our mission. So it's time to stand up and take action in our individual lives. And embrace our gifts and to speak the truth no matter what. And to be honest with ourselves. Am I living the best life that I could be living right now? Am I taking care of myself fully? Am I applying the principles and the knowledge that I've been taking in through my eyes and my ears and such? Am I living an honest life? Or am I lying to myself, constantly justifying things? Oh, I'm not going to go. Maybe I'll try tomorrow. Oh, I'll work out. I'll try. I'll try. Use the term try. It's going to cut try out of our vocabulary. One of the most worst words that you can use. It's either you do something or you don't. It's either you wake up in the morning and you wake up an hour early because you got to go to work one day. You keep saying, oh, I'll try to go to the gym. I'll try to get exercise in. I'll try to meditate. I'll try to start applying these principles. I'll try to start living a better life. I'll try taking my responsibility back. I'll try. It's either you do it or you don't. And the guilt that you feel from not doing it, you need to feel all the way through, because through that is the action. Through that is the initiatory energy that you need to kick yourself in the ass, to be able to actually take action and do the things that you are trying to do all the time. Maybe tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never, ever comes. It's right now. It's now or never. We need beacons of light across the planet. We need beacons of light. And the more filled out your character becomes, the more filled out you become as a human being, the more integrated and online and activated you become, the stronger you are. And the more people can feel you, and the more people are attracted to you, and the more confident you are in your message, and the more confident you are in your purpose and your mission here, and the more unshakable you are, and the more clear and focused you are. We're so ready to just take a pill and to do this and do that. We want instant gratification right now. This is a patient process. It's perseverance. We have to get into the habit of doing certain things. And not many people are willing to go all the way with this and do this to become the best version of themselves possible, to become the most embodied, integrated, best versions of themselves, and then share with other people whatever it is your niche is, your gift is. What is it? You will discover it. It will unfold in front of you as you take care of yourself. So take advantage of the situation that you're in. If you're obese, if you hate your job, if you are having marital problems, you're having problems with your wife or your husband, you're stuck in some rut, you're confused, you're always stuck in fear, you're addicted to certain things, drugs, alcohol, porn, whatever it is. Look at those situations. Look at them and see how you can transform them. See deeply, peer deeply, face deeply what lies beyond them. What's the underlying causal factor of how I got myself into this situation? And how can I take this route? And how can I transform it? Or how can I remove it? What can I do to change my life? What can I do to harness my abilities and share my gifts and to speak the truth and stop living a lie? And who cares about what people think? Who cares about what your husband and your wife think? Who cares about what whoever's in your environment thinks, your family, your friends, whatever. They're probably not friends anyways if they care, if they're worried about you speaking the truth, and if they're worried about you actually being authentic. I'm so tired of coming across people who are in the truth community and who are absorbing all this knowledge and stuff like that, but they're doing nothing in their lives. They're trapped in prison psychologically. They're trapped in relationships that they hate. They're trapped in circumstances that they hate. They're trapped in jobs that they hate. Why? You know what you have to do. You know exactly what you have to do. Just, are you willing to jump? Like the classic Zen aphorism, jump and the net will be there. Are you willing to face that fear and face uncertainty and face the unknown? Because you will be taken care of. God loves courage. God loves courage. And I don't have a problem with the term God, obviously. God rewards courage. So are you willing to dive deep and grab that courage and hold on to it and persevere and face the fear and rise? Or are you just going to stay asleep with everybody else? It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. It doesn't matter how many concepts and how many ideas you have floating around in your head. It doesn't matter if you're not taking action in your life and living the things that you talk about and living the things that you absorb and living the things that you read in books. It doesn't matter how transcendental and metaphysical and spiritual your terms and the fluff that you use to describe reality. It doesn't matter. All that matters is how are you living? Are you living? That's all that matters. It's all that matters. I appreciate you all being here, and I'll talk to you soon.